I'm going to show you how to change your classical guitar strings on a table. First off, cover the table with a towel. This will protect the table and it'll protect your guitar. I'll often use the back of my soft chair to make changing the strings even easier, but today I'll do them on the table. I'm going to use an extra towel, new classical guitar strings, a string winder, wire cutters, some guitar polish and cloth, a small screwdriver, some Vaseline, and a paper towel. Take and roll up the extra towel, put it under the neck of the guitar with the head of the guitar off the table edge. This will help keep the head of the guitar more stable while you're working on it. Using the string winder, loosen up the strings a bit on each side in succession. Don't just go 1 through 6 or whatever. Go back and forth. I figure it puts less stress on the neck, but it probably doesn't matter. Anyway, loosen up all those old strings. I usually cut the old strings, but you don't have to. Just undo the strings at the bridge and remove the bone bridge. Then undo the remaining strings up at the head of the guitar. Oh, and take out the nut as well. You can always skip this part, but I usually clean and polish my classical guitar at this point. I want to get rid of sweat and dust and fingerprints and grime and all of that wonderful stuff. The guitar looks much nicer for it, and I feel better playing it when it's all spruced up. Over time, the screws on the tuning gears will loosen a bit, so I usually snug them up with a screwdriver. Don't over-tighten. Add a bit of Vaseline to lubricate the gears. Work it in by turning the mechanism and then clean it all up with a paper towel. Do both sides. It's important to keep this part of the guitar working smoothly and tuning the strings with precision. Now it's time for new strings. First, replace the bridge. I start with the low E string, feed it through the bridge hole, and wrap the flexible string end around and through the loop, heading towards the A string. Hold it firm over the very back edge of the bridge so it locks tight. Bring the string through the roller and leave a bit of length. Wind away from the body of the guitar. Start winding on the outside of the roller. When the string end comes around, cross the string over to the inside. When the string end comes around again, tuck it under the string, and this will help lock it and keep it from loosening up too much later after the string settles in. Keep tightening the string. Make the windings nice and tidy looking. You won't need to tighten the string all the way up to pitch yet. That happens after all the strings are in place. Just put some tension to it. Now for the high E string. Push it through the bridge hole, wrap the string around itself and through the loop 3 times, making sure that the string ends up just past the B string hole when you tighten it up. At the head of the guitar, push the E string through the roller and wrap it 3 times around itself. Turn the roller away from the body of the guitar and start winding the string on the outside of the roller. When the string end comes around, cross the string to the inside of the roller. When the string end comes around again, tuck it under the string so that it will lock the strings and help it to stay in tune. Tighten the string and keep it looking nice and tidy. You don't need to wind it all the way up to pitch yet, but there is a lot of string here. It will take a lot of turning. Maintain some pressure while holding the remainder of the string with your other hand. Don't stretch the string out, just keep tension on it. Push the A string through the bridge hole with the end of the E string over it. Wrap the flexible end around the string and through the loop. Hold down the back of the string over the edge of the bridge so that it locks in place and extends just past the D string hole. Now put the A string through the roller at the guitar head and wrap it around itself 3 times. Wind away from the body of the guitar, starting on the outside of the roller. When that string end comes around, cross the string over the wind to the inside of the roller. When the end comes around again, tuck it under the string to lock it in and keep it from slipping. Continue winding the string while keeping tension with your free hand. Next, feed the B string through the bridge hole, and the E string should be just above it. Wrap the end around itself and through the loop 3 times, making it feed out and ending just past the G hole on the back of the bridge. Now on to the head. Feed the B string through the hole in the roller. Wrap it around itself 3 times. Wind away from the body of the guitar, starting on the outside of the roller. When you see the end coming around, cross the string over to the inside of the roller. When you see the string coming around again, tuck that string end under what you are winding. This will help lock it and prevent it from loosening up later. Keep winding and making it all look good. Keep the string taut with your free hand without stretching. The D and the G come next at the bridge. The D string goes through the hole, and the A string should be over it. We loop it around itself and feed it through the loop and make the end just past the G string's hole. Don't tighten it, keep it loose. Now feed the G string through the bridge and around itself and through the loop, wrapping it 3 times. Actually, 2 wraps would work as well. Make it end just past the D string's hole. And here's the hard part. You need to tuck the G string into the D string's back part, and you need to tuck the D string's end into the G string's back part. This all takes a bit of doing. And after all that is done, you tighten up these strings at the bridge. Ultimately, all the strings should be tucked into each other nice and tidy, with all the string ends heading towards the middle. I hope that's clear as mud. Finally, we do the 2 last strings at the head of the guitar, the D string and the A string. We follow that same procedure as we did with the other strings. We feed the string through the roller, wrap the string end 3 times around itself, wind the string away from the body of the guitar, wind to the inside of the roller, and when the string comes around, we cross the string wind to the inside of the roller, and when the string end comes around again, we tuck that string end under the string to lock it in and prevent it from loosening later. We wind those strings up while keeping pressure on the string with our free hand. We don't stretch out the string, we just keep it taut as we wind the string up, at the same time keeping everything beautiful and nice and tidy. Have I mentioned tidy? Keep it tidy. Yeah, and that's how you string up a guitar on a table. To get the strings to stay in tune, just play it. Tune it, play it, tune it, play it, tune it, play it, and repeat this process until the strings settle in and the guitar stays in tune. It will take a bit of time, usually about an hour or 2. I hope this video helped you learn how to string a classical guitar on a table.